Hi, Harry here from Virtua, and we're in Grove, Oxfordshire, the home of Williams Racing, to catch up with Nicholas Latifi. Let's go. Hi, Harry here from Virtua, and I'm with Nicholas Latifi at the Williams Heritage Museum. So, Nicky, what's it like racing for Williams with such an incredible team behind you?
It's a very cool and special feeling for sure. I mean, the Williams name in Formula One, I mean, so much history, so much prestige behind it. When I joined the team, it was obviously very, very cool knowing that I was going to be, a part of that history. And yeah, I hope to be a part of it for a long time and contribute to its successes.
Great, and it's a British team and you grew up in Canada. How aware of Williams were you growing up?
I guess when I was growing up, definitely was not so aware. I mean, to be honest, because I got into racing so late at the age of 13, in general, wasn't very aware and educated on Formula One altogether. But, once I started racing and especially, entering the junior categories, you obviously start to learn a bit more about the history. And, I guess our last Canadian Formula One world champion, Jacques Villeneuve, obviously did that with Williams. I guess there is a bit of a cool history tie there between Canadian Formula One drivers and Williams.
So can you tell us a little bit about your racing history and when you came to the sport? It was quite late.
Yeah, it's true. I entered the sport for sure very, very late. I started racing when I was 13 years old, which is, I'd say, way older than the average. A lot of guys, I would say the average is around 8 years old. I kind of just stumbled upon the sport, really. I tried to go-kart once for the first time, just in an arrive and drive kind of situation, the most casual way to do it, just for fun, And yeah, when I went back to Toronto, I told my dad I wanted to find a place, near home to just go on the weekends for fun every now and then. And the owner of the track was a driving instructor at the time, and he was an ex-racing driver and coaching drivers at the time. And he was the one who convinced me to start racing because for basically having no experience driving anything, he saw quite a lot of talent in me.
So, and you raced with Alex previously, is that right? Yeah,
that's correct. So in 2018, I believe, we were teammates in Formula 2, so the category just below F1. Then he joined the team I was with the following year, and I mean, we got along from day one. On the personal side, firstly, I think, we were two kind of very similar characters. We became friends right away. And when he joined the team, he obviously signed at the end of 2021 to join Williams, and from the first kind of days we were starting to spend with each other back at the factory, kind of bouncing ideas off of each other. It just kind of felt like we were, picking up where we left off. It's been great having him back.
Do you have any pre-race rituals or any keepsakes that you take from each event?
So I'm not a very superstitious person in general. No real hardcore things that I have to stick by, otherwise I feel I'm going to have a bad race. I wouldn't really call it a superstition, but I used to always have a certain pair of boxer shorts that I would race with. Now we're actually not allowed to use our own boxer shorts anymore. There was a whole thing made out of it. We have to use specific fireproof material. But besides that, I always get in the car from the left-hand side of the car when I step in. I think most drivers will always have a side where they do, but yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, fireproof boxer shorts. I didn't even know. What's your favorite Formula One track to race?
So my favorite F1 track on the calendar is Silverstone. The combination of corners, the layout of the track. I think firstly, the tarmac is a very high grip surface, so that as a driver adds to the enjoyment of it because you could go faster around the corners. But then the layout of the corners, they're all very fast and flowing corners. Fast corners are the perfect place to push the car to the limit, see what it can do, and also see what the human body can do in these kind of corners. So that's what I enjoy about it, and I just find Silverstone is a very fun track for that reason.
And do you feel that kind of effect on your body as you're racing around, the different Gforces, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's the Gforces is what makes the driving such. Let's say it's so physical. It's what we train for. A lot of people think racing drivers aren't athletes. You just have to sit in a car, press the pedals, turn the wheel. But to be able to resist those Gs, keep your concentration, it can be very physically demanding.